Okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Christine Dobush, number 3 Sleepy Hollow Road.
Welcome, Christine.
Thank you.
I'm Ann Dunn, 103 Lake Road.
Hi, Ann. You're always welcome
Thank you.
to be here. All right, great. So the minutes of last meeting, any adjustments, edits, deletions, additions? No. Okay. Accept a motion to accept the meeting minutes.
Motion to accept the meeting.
Okay. Second for Jim. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any
One
opposed?
abstention. One abstention.
One
I
abstention.
was not available
Okay.
last month.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I'm Michael. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, great. My hand is up for some reason. I have no idea how that happened either.
All right. Okay. And any communications?
Just a quick note, Isabel from our new wetlands agents was to join us, but unfortunately she was called into another meeting. Isabel and I did speak about the workflow charts of applications for construction on the lake, as well as post-approval inspections. And just to give you the gist in the audience of citizens she was going to share, she wholeheartedly agrees that we can streamline this process. I sent her the flow charts that we reviewed last time. She's made suggestions for updates. I believe I sent them out, the suggestions for updates to the team. And Isabel and I spoke or communicated briefly this afternoon. She has a few more updates. The only thing to share, and I don't think we have to get into the particulars of the flow charts tonight, unless you want to move them forward to the BOS, is the very good news is our town attorney has approved that wetlands does not have to wait for Board of Selectmen approval of LMAC, and wetlands can coordinate with LMAC before a Board of Selectmen approval is sent, so that we don't have to have people on the lake waiting and waiting for LMAC, then BOS, then wetlands. We can coordinate it now. LMAC and wetlands goes together. The approval, it then goes to Board of Selectmen.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, Phyllis, would you let Bob in? Bob Millard. He got booted off and he's trying to get back in.
Yep.
So-
Bob Powell is trying to get into. I'm sorry, guys.
There's the gist of it to the committee in terms of the flow charts.
He should be in.
He's connecting. And Paolo's connecting. Ooh, Bob
Yeah,
Powell.
Paul is on tonight. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, Bob's in.
So there you have it, Mike.
That's
So we can
that's great stuff.
Are we
Thank
gonna
you
review
for,
that the next meeting? Sorry.
what's that?
Are we going to review that for the next meeting?
Yeah,
Because it sounds
it's,
like there were some revisions.
Yeah,
there
well,
have
let's wait
been
for-
revisions. And the revisions, Jimmy, are wetlands and LMAC can coordinate together and then approve BOS approval and let people do construction. I think I sent what Isabel and I discussed to the whole team last night or the night before. Do you want to pull them up and review them? That's the committee's call.
Why don't we see how much time is left? I mean, it's up to you, Mike, but you're making
Yeah,
the judgment.
if there's further revisions, I'd like to just do it at one shot.
Okay.
And that way we can just review them and move them forward, if that works for everybody.
So why don't I take her comments, integrate them, and have draft version number 3 for next month?
That'd be great. And if you wanna just send out the drafts to
Yep.
everybody for review so we can review it at the meeting.
Will do. Okay.
Thank you for all your efforts on that. That'll be a great step forward. We're a little bit out of turn on this, but I since we're on the topic of permits, Bob Millard, thank you for the tracker on the for the permits. And did you want to maybe share that on your screen if you're able, and we could just walk through it real quick and make it also a review of any permits in process?
Yeah, I will, Mike. Let me just, I had some trouble getting in. I was a little bit late. So let me see if I can share what I have. You see it?
Yeah,
There you go.
there it is.
Yep.
Terrific.
So all I did is there was a lot of talk last week or last month on who was doing what. And this is just the first draft, kind of summarizing who are the outstanding, people in town that have repairs in for either their dock or their seawall, by name, by application. When was the date on the application? When was it submitted to the town? What type was it? Was it a dock repair? Was it a seawall? Was it a dock replace? When did it get reviewed by LMAC, or did it get reviewed by LMAC? Yes. Board of Selectmen dates, approval, wetlands required, yes or no? And then just a couple other columns I put in. We don't necessarily need all this information, but all I was looking at is a proposal so we're all aligned and we can update this kind of as a live document, or I'll update this as a live document as we go through and have any comments or changes or whatever happens, just document it here. So we have a one page to go to. Hey, what's going on with the town of Columbia with permits? Here it is.
Terrific.
That's excellent, Bob.
Yeah, Bob,
And then if you look at down the bottom, what I've done is by name,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at Candace Tanner. Then all you do is click on the PDF and the original application comes up.
Awesome.
Cool.
yeah.
So you have the original, you can scroll through it. You can use this, we can use this as a live document.
So
And then,
on
the same thing here, Christine Bush, the same thing. Just go through.
One comment, Bob, one comment that I have
Yeah,
is that you could add a couple of columns that would show an interim inspection.
Bob, you're breaking up. Bob, you're breaking up.
The final inspection.
Bob,
Yeah.
you broke up.
Yeah.
What I'm
I
saying,
think there's some initial columns in that.
interim
Yeah.
inspection during construction, and then one a final inspection after construction is completed.
yeah, that's fine. I'm open to comments. I'll change this however we feel fit.
Yeah, there's a form that the town has that indicates those inspections have been made before the final acceptance of the work.
Okay,
And that's in
So-
coordination, or Isabel and I have been speaking about in coordination with wetlands, because they do the inspection also.
so do we agree there should be one column in here for the inspections started or completed, or both?
well, it looks like you
maybe
have an
three.
in-process
Two.
review. Is that the in construction inspection
Well-
on site?
Yeah, I kind of put that in there as that's currently being reviewed right now by LMAC. Maybe that needs to go over to the left more.
There are three inspections. One is a pre-construction inspection before the approval. The second is midway through construction, and then the
Interim.
third is the final inspection after construction is completed.
Okay, so I'll revise that to read the three, okay? There'll be three
That would
columns
be-
added.
That would
Yeah.
be very helpful.
And
And
maybe I'll get rid of some of the other columns, but the other thing I also did is I put in an aging column way over on the right, because some of these
great
may
idea.
get timely, where, for
Yeah.
instance, Tanner submitted
Yep.
it on November 3rd, it's now 114 days. But where are we on that permit, if you will? So we don't get
Uh.
behind and we keep some visibility on it.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So
Excellent.
the one suggestion I would have, or at least proposal to the group is, in a, your idea of a live document.
Yep.
So there's an application that I'm using at work now extensively for almost everything we do called Smart Sheet.
Yeah.
And,
Is that like a shared file?
yes, it's an online shared file. It's kind of like a, Google Doc on steroids. And one of the really interesting things about this Smart Sheet is each line you have the ability to add notes, and as well to each line we can actually add attachments. So those attachments, Bob, which is a great idea, you can actually add those to the line of the permit and any of the forms that get filled out. And it's incredibly transparent. And the other really nice thing about it is we can invite users like, say, LMAC to view it, but then only the subcommittee can actually review and edit it. So, and then it tracks who edits each line and when. So, and I to get one subscription for LMAC, I think, is something ridiculous, like $100 a year or $50 a year or something crazy like that. But I think we might be able to do something at a very, very, low level, like low level subscription, that might be an easy thing to have. So everybody has a link to the spreadsheet.
Yep.
And everybody can just log in and look at it at any time, day or night.
Yeah, that sounds good. Is it allowable to, can you upload Excel into Smart Sheet?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we can upload and then it would be editable by LMAC members, but read only to the general public.
Well, whoever we want. You can
Whoever
invite.
we want. Okay.
You can dictate who can edit it and who cannot.
Yeah,
and
well,
you have to invite each person.
yeah, I'll
It's a
give it a
great
go. The
idea.
other thing I was thinking, I've got the additional comments in here on the pre-construction, midway, and the final. That'll be added. But anyone else, please, if you got any comments or any other things you'd like to see in here or deleted, like to make it as simple as possible, just send me a quick email. My email's in the distribution.
Yep.
And I'll update this for the next meeting. I'll look into Smart Sheet as well.
Yeah. So Bob, if you have any questions or you want to just do something in between now and then, I can, you and I could just spend a, quick half an hour and
Yeah,
I could upload your file into one of my Smart Sheets and share it with you. And we just as a sample,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and yeah. And, it's just a very, Jim, it sounds like you're using it as well.
Yeah, I use it for work, and
Yeah.
it's a great system. Are we going to try to have the Wetlands Commission use it also? Is that what your thoughts are, Mike?
I hadn't even thought that far. I was just, I was thinking just, for
Right,
our
that's a
own
great idea.
management.
It'd
But
be
then,
excellent. Coordinate.
this could be transparent enough to wetlands where they can see it and be able to check status and other things.
At least the wetlands agent, Isabel.
Right.
And or if we want to go to the wetlands committee, which Steve or I could update on our next meeting.
Yeah.
Bob, one of the things you may want to add is the address for each of the applicants.
So what?
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Add the address of the applicants.
Oh yeah. Great idea.
Okay. I've got it in the individuals here.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it in
so-
the individuals. That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got it in each one of the, but up front would be good. So, who, we don't necessarily know what the location is.
Right.
That's a
Right.
good point.
And it's just an easy column because it's really, it's all in Columbia, Connecticut, so it's just literally just a street address,
The other column I might suggest is site visit date.
Yeah.
That
Well, I
we
think
could
that was
coordinate
gonna
with
be,
Google.
I think that was we were gonna add those columns.
Yeah,
Okay.
those, right. So under the first inspection column, we would put
Oh,
the
there you
date
go.
in, we actually did it.
Right.
So
Cool.
if Mary, if you and I go look at a doc, and, for preliminary, we'll just, one of us would jump in and just
Right.
type approved on X day. Boom.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom. Yep.
Boom, boom.
And with Smartsheet, we can set metrics so that like on the aging column, if it ticks over, 20 days, it turns red,
Ah,
so like you can do a lot of things to really help
shaming
with,
us.
yeah. Well,
Or embarrassing us.
Here we
yeah.
Good thought though, Mike. We need that.
Yeah. So, but either way, I think it'll help
Mike?
not only with the management, but the transparency and to the point of coordinating with wetlands.
Yeah, just one more comment, and that is that LMAC does not approve or disapprove of any applications. We only make recommendations to the Board of Selectmen.
Yep.
So that-
Right.
Yep.
We didn't.
Good point.
Okay, but just make sure we don't say approval anywhere.
Says received by LMAC with Board of Selectmen approval and wetlands approval.
Right.
And
Right,
wetlands
but-
approval, according to our wetlands agent Isabel, is needed for anything on Columbia Lake. So if required, you could probably take out.
So
Yep.
we would have to come up with some terminology then, because because you're right, we don't actually approve it, but if we go look at it and we have no issues with it, we want to be able to put something on the line saying that it's been reviewed by LMAC and we're okay with it, so that the Board of
Yeah.
Selectmen has our
Recommendation to send to BOS, something like
Yeah.
that.
There's
Right,
a
right.
recommendations approved, something like that.
Yeah.
It's really easy to wordsmith it. I can certainly send it to you, Mary.
What's that?
There's a standard letter that I used to write to the Board of Selectmen.
Oh, okay. I might have
Perfect.
used that the other day.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Great. Well, this is a great step forward, and
Nicely done.
I think we can even
Thank you.
even take it to the next level. So
Yeah, that's a
Bob,
good idea. I like that.
let's-
Thanks.
let's be in touch, over the next week or so, and we can tune it up and just have it as a draft, for everybody to look at and comment on.
Definitely. Maybe, yeah, we'll look at it as a draft before we upload it to Smartsheet or something. So it's
Well,
before-
no, I'm saying I could start a sheet and invite people to just look at it as a draft on
As a draft.
Smartsheet,
yeah, that's
you
fine.
know?
Yep.
Yeah. So with that said, are there any outstanding
Oh, yikes.
permits that we need to resolve?
Not that I'm aware of.
So has Tanner been approved?
Jimmy, which ones did we do? We did life.
Yeah,
And we
Tanner
did-
is Henry's.
Oh, yeah, we did that one.
Yeah,
That's
that's all
approved.
set.
That's
a
all
done
done.
deal.
Yep. So I think we're good.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are no outstanding ones, Mike.
Okay. All right.
No red,
Great.
Mike, no red.
No red.
Good.
Thank
good.
God. I got
love
enough
it.
bread in my life.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who, do we wait for a call from the person with the permit to go to inspect, or do we periodically go and inspect?
Hmm.
Bob,
I think-
Bob, how did you handle that when you did the
Post approval.
the mid-construction inspection?
I initiated a call to the owners in late January or February, assuming that that's would be mid-construction.
Yep.
And then set up a meeting with them. And then at that meeting, estimated when the final construction would be done, and then around March 15th would go and do a final inspection.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
I thought we talked about, Mike, didn't we talk at one of our meetings that we were talking about potentially in the permit saying that they're supposed to let us know when they start, halfway through and at the end?
But you can't rely on those guys. You can't rely on the.
I agree. I agree, but I'm just saying that if we're not gonna, push that, we shouldn't have that in the permit is all my whole point. You know what I mean? If we're not gonna, if we're gonna be the one that instigates it, you know what I mean? Then we should just do that and not have in there that they're supposed to call us. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't say that they're supposed to call us.
No, we in another meeting, we talked about potentially adding that in. I don't remember where that went. That's all I was asking you. If we ever pushed that through.
Rely on them to call you or the contractor to call you. Before you know it, it'll be done.
I agree with you.
You can't go back.
Yeah,
I
it's not gonna
agree.
happen. Yeah. We're gonna have
Yep.
to be the ones who initiate it.
Yeah.
I think as Bob's described.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Good.
So, Bob Millard, would you, you can take this down for right now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Or stop your share. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, good stuff. And so the dam, where are we at with the dam? I saw that we had a few reports there.
Oh, gosh.
Now that we have ice out.
Yeah, the last
Uh,
report that I saw was the 22nd of February. That she took the readings.
Is the gate
Yeah.
still open?
And what
In
are
those
they?
reports, it's 8 inches.
No,
Yeah,
the gate is was closed.
Correct.
Yes.
I have the 20th. Was there one?
I'm
from the
sorry,
20th?
it's the 20th, Mike. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's the 20th.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And so we're negative 4'3",
Yep.
3.5.
On the 20th,
On the 20th.
On the
Okay.
20th.
because I'm sure we're higher now.
We have to be. Yeah, it's moved
Just
up.
looking at the dock, the water's already at some docks on Erdoney, which is usually the last. Which is good
Okay.
news.
Yeah. Well, as long as it says, are we completely iced out at the moment? I don't see any ice over here.
Two very thin layers, and I drove around yesterday in Buell's Cove, which is Lake Road or Doney, very, very thin layer, and that was almost gone this morning. And on Erdoney, by the dike, not by the dam, further down Erdoney, and that was essentially when I left for work mid-afternoon, the sun was shining and that was almost gone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There was ice on the lake over here near the beach cove.
And that by the dock,
No,
the
in front of
beach-
my house.
Oh, okay. And would you characterize it as a thin layer versus?
Oh,
6 inches?
absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So we're still in
Tomorrow's
the
going to be
middle.
35. It'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not worried. I mean, actually, we got very lucky with no wind when that decided to have a nice wave, of warmth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anything water quality related?
Don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. Anything fishing? No.
Nope.
I haven't
The,
seen any
the
fishermen out
Eagles
there.
are catching. The Eagles are doing a good job.
Okay. Cool.
The seagulls
and,
are back.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't designate, as humans fishing. It could be anybody fishing, anything fishing. Yeah. Access, safety, and regulations.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Do we know if the bait barrel was ever put out? We didn't have much ice, but do we know if that ever got put out?
What is
I
the bait?
don't.
What are you talking about? The bait barrel?
So we had asked the town to put out a bait disposal barrel over by the boat launch, so that when people bring bait out for ice fishing, that they have a place to dispose of it, because it's really shouldn't be left on the ice or you know, thrown into the water. So
I was there yesterday. I don't recall seeing anything.
Haven't seen it.
okay.
I
Okay.
mean, I walked
Yeah.
down there all winter. I didn't see it. So was it out there all
So
winter?
it's
Yes.
probably not.
I don't think it was.
Probably wasn't placed.
There's
Okay.
there's a barrel in the parking lot
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's always been there though.
with an
Yeah.
orange bag.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Okay.
was there all winter.
No.
Might be.
Okay. I don't think we don't have anything on our watershed management plan. No.
Nope.
Stormwater culverts. Any updates here?
Nope.
Okay. It looked like we were going to table until April anyways. So,
Yeah.
dam emergency plan. Is there anything going on there?
Nope.
No. Permit review. We've already spoken about that. Budget review. I think we're all set for budget, but we'll have to.
Yep.
I can check with Mark there. Okay, so where are we at with the vendor presentations? Does anybody have an update on that?
Yeah, Jim and I did the last vendor presentation last week.
Interviews.
So
Interviews.
the interviews, yeah, their presentation. And I don't know if everybody got an opportunity to listen to the recordings on their presentations. But they were sent out. Jen sent them out. I believe it was Monday. We
Last
finished on
week.
Thursday. She
Yeah.
sent it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, she sent it out before the weekend. She sent it out
Right.
Friday.
Yep. Okay.
Did you have an opportunity to review those proposals?
Yes.
Yeah,
You got one. And then one, I just want to recognize Phyllis, Jim, and I know Dave was only on one, for conducting them. And I thought they were both very informative, lots of information. One seemed very simple, keep it simple, and the other had more data involved. But I thought the discussions were very robust and helpful.
they really
What
were.
is our next step for us as a committee?
We have to determine on
We-
who it
Yeah.
is that we want to
recommendation.
utilize.
Right. We recommend to the board. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Recommend to
Okay.
approve it?
Yep. So if we don't have anything else, I would probably recommend that we go into executive session.
Okay.
And have a review. Have a review on that, because that's more of a
Right.
executive session matter. So
Is there any new business before you? Yeah.
Before you do that, could you just enlighten the audience as to what these vendors are offering? What is this for?
Yes. What we asked is for vendors to give us a presentation and on the ability to be able to clarify what's going on with our lake. In other words, past, present, and future, and basically understand what we need to do on the lake to keep our lake clean and keep the quality there. So they're limnologists, and they're going to come out and they're going to test and then give us the reports, and then we determine what we need to do going forward.
Okay.
It's basically formalizing what we've been doing for the last forever, but we've been doing it in a very I don't want to say
Piecemeal.
erratic manner, but
casual.
And did something happen to Dr. Cortman?
No, he's part of the new company. He sold his
and it was
company
never,
to this other
structured
firm.
in a fashion that
Got it.
certain things got done every single year. You know,
Correct.
basically the commission, the Lake Management Committee, would order these things to happen or ask Cortman to go out and do these. You know, get recommendations. You know, request funds to do certain things. So this just organizes the or I should say formalized it. So it's done correctly. There's a format that's kept in town so that anybody can look at it and see the readings and understand it. And we can also track it much better that way.
Very good. Thank you.
So,
And you're going to executive now?
Yes,
did I lose you?
Phyllis, if you could stop the recording,
you're on mute.
please.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank
Bye,
you
guys.
guys. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming.
This meeting is being recorded.
And so is there anything else that we need to cover tonight?
Just one quick, we are getting increased communications, emails and text and telephone calls that the geese are back. So there's
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
heightened sense of residents on the lake who have counted and now sent me numbers. And I will get back to them saying we're working with, a wildlife guy, and we're going to try like heck to minimize the population as nicely as we can.
I do have a
Great.
question about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, if it's a federally protected bird, correct?
Yes, if it's migratory versus resident, there's two different populations of geese.
Unless they carry I don't know how we determine which bird is migratory and which bird is actually resident. I
The
don't.
guys who are here are pretty much residents.
Yeah. The ones I chase are residents.
Yeah.
Okay, but the ones that are laying eggs right now, we don't know. I mean,
No, they're
way-
resident. They're
No,
not
they're resident.
migratory. They're resident.
Well, I question that because I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
They don't carry a sign. They don't say I live in Columbia, and they don't pay lakefront taxes. So
Well,
But-
per our wildlife specialist,
Yeah.
he has characterized them as residents. The guy
Correct.
from Deep, Ming.
I heard what he had to say. So, but my concern is that if this is a federally protected bird, at what stage are they protected? Is it the chicken or the egg? Okay.
Well, I
And-
think the question is if they are federally protected, because
He said they were.
no, not the residents.
No.
But no one can tell me that the nest that we destroy, or not me, because I won't destroy it, but the nest that's being destroyed is migratory or resident. No one can specifically say 100% with
No,
certainty.
that
But
is
you
that
can't
is not
say
that is
That's
not
correct.
accurate. We have
That's correct, Mary, or that's not correct?
Not
Mike,
correct.
go ahead first.
Well, because we've consulted with Deep, and we've consulted with experts who know way more than we do about it, and they have guided us through this process so that we're not encroaching on protected species.
My understanding is migratory aren't laying their eggs here. They're laying their eggs up in Canada where they're going back. The resident geese population, which has exploded, not here, only here, but in the United States, has become a huge issue. And there are, as described by Ming, the Deep guy,
I heard him, yeah.
regulations that we can follow to nicely try to minimize, and we're not destroying nest in essence, but we're trying to minimize the hatching of little ones.
Okay, that would be my definition of destroying a nest.
Okay.
Well-
Respectfully.
So, okay, I hear what you say, but I have concerns about that thought process. With 40 geese, how many have been reported that have returned to the lake that are that are resident geese?
Well, it's more about the nests that are here and the fact that there's a clear criteria around where the eggs get laid that determines whether they're resident or
Right,
not.
I hear that, Mike. I got that. I totally understand that.
okay.
I know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, how many geese are on the lake that people are complaining of right now? We
All
had
of them.
40. We had 40 that I talked to other people They counted only 39, but so we have 40.
The highest number recorded from last year was 52,
Okay. And
which was essentially a doubling from the year before.
right. And then when I asked my last question at the last meeting, they stated that 25 years ago we had 40. And so we had Henry told me that we had 40 about 25 years ago, which is about what I remember. I never remember it being too much more than 40 or 50. And so we have a double population. In 25 years, we're at 52.
I can't speak to
Yeah,
that
I
data.
just,
I don't.
I gotta
Yeah.
just tell you that it really bothers me to think that this is that this is what the committee thinks is the thing to do.
Well,
And
for-
I think I'm entitled to that opinion.
absolutely,
100%.
But
And
but
I
Noreen, as the president of the CLA, we conducted a survey last year, and the number one issue, and I'll go back and check the data and happy to send it to everyone. I believe it was nearly 70% were the geese on the lake. And
that's because they think they're a nuisance on their dock. Is that correct?
Their lawn, their dock,
They're
in the
health
lake.
issue. They're a health issue.
Well, I don't think
they're-
the state said that. He said that they weren't yet. We had to have
Well,
about 500 of them.
Right.
I can tell you they're a health
pollution point of
issue in my yard.
If
They're a
you
health
got
issue for my kids.
If you got
Well,
45 geese in a 10 square foot area, you got a health issue.
Yeah.
I mean, they absolutely destroyed the Price's yard. So I mean, we're not a necessarily a isolated committee making decisions or opinions about what if this is a problem or not. We are responding to effectively our community who has been looking to us for to research, consult with experts, consult with regulatory bodies to look at how we can try to combat this issue. So while I absolutely...
Does the public know how we are going about solving this problem?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Don't you think that maybe we should educate the lake people? Okay, we got this problem. We live on a natural body of water.
By the way, wait, I'm sorry. I just want to correct you. This is not a natural body of water.
On a man-made lake.
It's man-made lake. Yes.
It's a man-made lake.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know that.
A recreation lake.
Now, Noreen, I absolutely respect your opinion and your thoughts.
Well, maybe we should just educate the community that lives on the lake how we are going about solving this problem and see if they are comfortable with it.
Well, what this committee does and is one thing. Also, what people do on their own time and their own, for their own interests, is not regulated by law. So, in other words, if there's a group or a body of people that want to go out and try to mitigate this on their own, it's not necessarily an official act of the town. People can do what they want because this is as it's been communicated by the DEP that this measure of mitigation is not illegal in any way.
Well, I heard what he said. I did. I really heard what he said. And it comes down to what's legal and what feels morally right to me on destroying nature.
Well, but that's that's an opinion that you have, and other people have other opinions. So you got to,
I absolutely
we can
respect other opinions.
Right, but we respect your opinion, but you got to respect the other 75% of lakefront owners that had the other opinion.
But do they understand how we're mitigating their problem? And maybe if they knew the process, they might have another opinion about it.
You're more than free to sway whoever you
No, I don't want
like.
to sway. I just asked the committee, has anyone gone out and say, well, this is how it's done?
Nobody's even done this, Noreen. Nobody's done anything. We've looked at a couple different options. He gave us, as you heard, you could hunt them, you could swaddle the eggs, and I forget what some of the other ones.
Addle.
Yeah.
And then you can
oil.
use Roundup, and you can
You
use
can use
Roundup.
Roundup.
And
Yeah,
you can round them up. Right. And none of it has been done as of yet. But anybody can do any of those. Or
I thought someone went out to try to do that. Is that correct?
Yes,
I know.
Yeah.
a year ago.
Last year.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
But I don't think anyone's
and-
found it.
And I'd have to go back and find the appropriate CLA communications. We have communicated about geese probably over a 3-year period of time and actions that can be taken. We have never, quote unquote, polled. The only survey we took to understand the concerns on the lake, the number one thing that came back, kind of to my surprise, but not really after I talked to people, was the geese. And again, we're getting that increased communication. Bob?
One other thing to think about, people, is that this meeting is a public meeting. It's advertised. The agenda is presented ahead of time, and the minutes of this meeting are made public.
Right.
So this discussion's been going on a very, very long time. Anybody that's interested from the public standpoint can come in and weigh in as an audience of public citizens. So, I mean, I'm not sure what more we need to do.
Good point.
Good point, Bob. However, I don't remember being surveyed of those people around the lake on what I felt was a problem living in the lake.
Okay, we did a monkey survey. I can't remember when, probably 6 months ago. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but.
And neither did my mother, nor neither did my brother. And we live all in a row.
We email the survey, we ask people to respond, we follow up, ask them to respond again. We got a robust, I can't say it was 10% or 20%, I have to look it up, but we got a robust response. And it's sent to all CLA members.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone's comments here. It's always good to work through and understand everybody's perspective, and certainly we'll be continuing to review progress on this issue.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. Thank you.
All right.
you
Anything
for your-
else for today?
So I think we're
Motion
good.
to adjourn?
Dinner
All right.
time.
Dinner time. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. We'll end the meeting
Thank you,
as
Mike.
of to 8:15.
Mike,
And,
Mike, may I just make a question, please, before you end the meeting?
Oh,
Is next
I'm
month,
sorry.
is next month going to be hybrid, or is it going to be Zoom?
I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go back to the town hall.
Okay.
Yeah, the numbers are such, I would have gone to the town hall tonight.
I was planning on it tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Are
So
we
we'll
no
make it a
mask?
hybrid.
Are we no
Pardon me?
mask in Columbia? No mask in Columbia? We just lifted
Uh,
our mask in Mansfield.
No, there's no
Oh.
mask at the town hall. I was at the a
Oh,
meeting the other
good.
night, and they said no mask.
Well,
Okay,
good.
so
Well, then
fingers
I'm going to give
crossed.
everybody a big kiss.
Okay.
I recognize you now.
No,
Okay.
I won't be able. The next meeting will be April what? April.
Hmm,
First
I'm not-
Wednesday of every month.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
realize, but I don't have my calendar. It's
I don't-
Yeah.
Look it up.
I don't
It's
have it in front of
the
me.
6th. It's the 6th, April 6th.
Well, I'll be in Hawaii, so if we.
Oh,
if I-
God bless.
Yeah, right on.
We
Right
expect you
on.
to zoom back, Noreen.
With a
Yeah.
palm tree.
Yeah, there you go.
And
So
have
the
a Mai
meeting-
Tai. Have a
So
Mai
you're
Tai.
calling the meeting as of 8:15, Mike?
Yeah, well, I
Motion
have,
to
we have
adjourn.
we have to entertain a motion to,
Motion to adjourn.
okay, second.
Second.
Yeah.
All in
Adjourn.
favor? Aye.
Aye.
All
Thanks,
right.
folks.
Good night,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
Nice to
Good
visit.
night.
Have a
Same
great,
here.
Carol.
Good night.
Take care.
cheers.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.